Hello. So, I talk a lot about positivity, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And I've had some people say it's hard to be grateful right now. And I think there's an important step here that I have not mentioned that you can't bypass. You don't just go from negativity, depression, addiction, anxiety to complete transformation overnight. A lot of the time, the reason that we are depressed, that we are miserable, is because of suppressed emotions, unfelt emotions. Addiction is pretty much always escapism, trying to escape these painful feelings and emotions and traumas and fears and not feeling good enough and not being proud of ourselves and not feeling worthy. And it is true, if you focus on gratitude and positive thinking, it is very uplifting. And it is very important to do that frequently to reprogram your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is actually what's running your entire life. But there are roots in our subconscious mind, and we have to get down to the bottom of them, and we have to let our bodies and our souls process all of that pain that's within us. If we've done something we're ashamed of, if we've hurt someone, if we've hurt ourselves, you may be having a lot of shame around that. And that shame simply means that you hurting yourself or other people was out of alignment with who you really are, because you have a pure heart. If you didn't have a pure heart, you wouldn't care that you hurt someone, that you hurt yourself, that you disappointed yourself by betraying yourself, by not living up to your fullest potential, by not taking care of yourself, your body, by choosing partners that are abusive or unhealthy for you, betraying yourself. And we have to get to these roots of what's running our subconscious programming. Look at your life. Is it chaotic? Is it oftentimes very chaotic and crazy? Is there a lot of drama? Is it peaceful? Are things very still and calm? Do you have patterns? Do you keep having the same relationship over and over and over again, but with a different person? Are you constantly stuck in addiction, trying to escape something, escape loneliness? You can't be alone. You can't be with your thoughts and your feelings. Look at that. Your subconscious programming runs your life. It's almost like you don't really have any control over the decisions you make. A lot of times you may say, I want to quit smoking. I want to quit smoking. I'm going to quit smoking on this day. That day comes along and you pick up the cigarettes. No matter how good your intentions were, how well your planning was. And you don't know why. You don't know why you keep dating these people. You know that it's wrong. You know it's not what you want. You know it's making you miserable. And you know you want to be happy, but you can't change your behavior. What is that? It's this subconscious programming. It's these unhealed wounds that are rooted into your subconscious. So the work, the shadow work, is looking at all of that, really meditating on all of that. Go back to your childhood. Where did those wounds come from? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Was it a family member? Was it kids at school? Were you bullied? Was it society having these unrealistic beauty standards or expectations of you? What was it? The TV shows you used to watch? What has been programmed into your brain that you're unaware of? Because that's what's running your life. Maybe you grew up with a chaotic childhood, and now you find yourself surrounded by chaos all the time, against your will, against your control. It just keeps happening. Maybe you had abusive or toxic parents, and now you keep dating abusive and toxic people, and it's making you toxic. What is that? You don't want to date someone like that. Why do you keep doing it? Why? You need to ask yourself what your fears are. What are you afraid of? What are you most afraid of? What triggers you the most? What keeps coming up in your life that just is causing the biggest explosions and chaos and anger and pain? Really meditate on that. Take some time to just journal. Write these questions down and see what answers come up all by themselves. And don't think about it, just start writing. Just say, what are my deepest fears? And just write whatever pops up first. Start to get into that subconscious. There's ways to get in there and to see what's going on, because that's what's running your life. That's why you keep repeating patterns and cycles. Our beliefs create our reality, and our beliefs come from our subconscious programming. Now, the good news is we have the power to change that. It's really powerful when you go to sleep at night and when you wake up in the morning to visualize who you want to be. What does your ideal version of yourself look like? Maybe you want to go to the gym. Picture your ideal self, what your routine would look like, what you do when you wake up, what time do you wake up, what do you eat when you wake up, how often do you go to the gym? Picture yourself buying the size clothes that you want to wear and them fitting the way you wish they would fit. Maybe it's a career. Picture yourself going back to school and going to work with your dream career. Maybe you want a family. Maybe you want a husband or a wife or children. You can imagine your ideal partner and your ideal version of yourself, how you would act if you were with that partner and had the dream life that you want. And there's a gateway there before you go to sleep, and in the morning, your brain is in different waves. And just doing that, you can start to reprogram it. That's why I say gratitude in the morning, gratitude at night. You're programming your mind to be grateful for what you have. And the more grateful you are for what you have, the more things you will bring into your life to be grateful for. This isn't easy work. It's not a quick fix. It takes a lot of time. You have to feel all of these dark feelings to, yeah, if you have any kind of grief, if you've lost someone, if you lost a part of your life that you miss, if you're grieving the life you thought you should have by now and it looks totally different than you hoped, grief can come in all kinds of shapes and forms. Grief is very painful. And a lot of times we do drugs or drink or hang out with lots of people all the time to constantly distract. And then we wonder why we're out of shape, why we are smoking cigarettes all the time, why we feel like crap, why we're low energy, why we keep binge eating. Because we're always distracting from the root that's causing all the problems, that's causing all the patterns. We have to break the pattern by getting to the root and processing it, pulling it out piece by piece, sometimes multiple times. It hurts. You have to feel all of it. You have to look at every part of it that you're avoiding looking at, the most painful parts of all of it, accepting painful truths about yourself, accepting painful truths about others, maybe someone that's hurt you very badly. You have to look at it. It's very painful. You have to cry. You have to shed all those tears, sometimes over and over and over. Sometimes you have to move your body and get all of it out. I like to hit pressure points and help reprogram my subconscious through my body, saying like, I am safe now. I am at peace now. This person hurt me badly, but I'm okay. I'm here. I'm safe. Even though I made mistakes, I am loved. Just the fact that you even feel bad about something you did wrong shows that you have a pure heart, and God loves nothing more than a pure heart. That's beautiful that you have empathy. So you need to look at all of it and be honest. Say, this person hurt me. I hurt myself. I'm not proud of what I did. I'm afraid of this or that. I'm afraid of getting old. I'm afraid of dying alone. I'm afraid I won't ever be successful. Maybe you're afraid of failure. Maybe you're afraid of not being perfect. So you're so scared of not being perfect that you don't even put forth the effort to try. You give up before you even start. You get paralysis by analysis. There's all kinds of fears and emotions. But if we would just give ourselves time to sit with that pain, maybe you need to kind of just lay around in bed for a few days. Just feel the depression, feel the sadness. Let it move through you. Not stop being so scared to feel that. Because the thing about it is, if you go through life suppressing feelings, covering up wounds, not letting them heal, you'll never feel your highest peak of joy. There is a joy to be felt. And I feel like I used to always not be present, be fully present. I would try to be with my family, my friends, and I always felt empty. Always felt discontent, always felt dissatisfied. Always felt like I needed something to make me feel better, to be more, to be less. And I realized I was never fully present. I couldn't feel the highest level of joy because I wouldn't let myself feel my lowest level of pain. I just kept running and running and running and running from it until the deep wounds that were deep down couldn't help but show up externally, saying, look at me, you're hurt, I'm hurting, you're hurting. So it showed up externally in my relationships and my addictions and my bad habits and my depression. It just showed up externally. I couldn't escape from it. There might be a temporary high or a temporary pleasure, but eventually those didn't even feel good anymore. I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I let myself feel it. I really didn't have a choice. I think I hit my rock bottom and I was forced to just face all of it. And I almost gave up. In the middle of feeling it, I wanted to give up. That's how painful it was to face like my deepest shames, my deepest pains, my deepest wounds. I didn't feel like I could bear it. Especially since I started self-medicating at about 13 years old. I was basically emotionally stunted, stuck in the wounds of that age that I hadn't healed until I turned 30. That's a lot of years of pain. It's a lot of emotional processing I never did. So it took a lot of time. But let me tell you, just feeling all of it, it's dirty, it's nasty, it's ugly. But I would sit in the mirror and cry my eyes out and just look at myself. And I realized I've always had myself. I've always had whatever's behind these eyes, this consciousness with me through all of it. And it's okay to feel pain. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to reach out to God and say, I can't do this on my own. Because by myself, I'm nothing. I can't get through this on my own. I'm not strong enough without you, without the love that was always there in my heart. That's what got me through it. That's what brought me to this point to even be able to realize, in the midst of all the chaos and the constant changes, there was something permanent within me. And I smiled at myself in the mirror, tears poured out of my eyes. Just, I love you. And that's where that mirror work starts to come in. You become your own therapist, your own counselor. And getting a therapist or a counselor does also help with this. I know some things can be really, really deep. Know what you need. If you need extra help, please go get it. But I think it's important to tell the truth that this isn't easy work. You don't just wake up shitting rainbows and butterflies. You have to clear a lot of mud out of the way. Some of it's gotten hard, turned into rocks. You got to chisel at a lot of it. And there's a lot of different tools you can use to help. And everyone's journey is going to be completely different. You can't go by off what someone else did that worked for them. You have to find what works for you and build a relationship with yourself and God to help show you what that is that you need to do right now, your next step. But I'm just here to tell you right now, it's okay to not feel okay. And it's okay to hurt. And that you actually need to go through that period of pain. And it doesn't have to be painful constantly every day. You do a little bit at a time. There might be a week that's really, really hard. That is normal. If you need extra help, get extra help. Do what you have to do. But I'm just here to tell you, there's no shortcut in this. You have to face all that darkness. We all have it. We're all humans. We all have these emotions. We all have wounds. We all have fears. But you don't want to walk around through life being, a little happy. You deserve to feel that fullness of that true eternal joy and bliss that is you're capable of. It's within you. And that's something money can't buy, drugs can't give you, a partner won't give you. That's what we're all looking for. It's the light in your heart. And we all have it. But it gets covered up. Our heart chakras get blocked. They get muddy. They get chained up and locked away sometimes. So depending on what your heart's been through determines the depth of the work you will have to do to get yours back open. But it is painful. And that's normal. And it's not going to just be one and done. And it's going to be work. But it's beautiful, life-changing work. And if you ever are in the middle of this shadow work and you feel like you want to give up, remember that I wanted to give up and I didn't. Every part of me wanted to give up, and something just silently whispered, "We're not done yet. Keep going. Go take a nap. Go sit in the grass outside. Breathe. Call a friend. Talk for hours. Do what you need to do. Just keep getting through it. You're not doing anything wrong because you're still sad, because you're still suffering. Just keep moving through it without covering it up, without running from it, without escaping it, without denying it, without rejecting it. Just let it come up. This too shall pass. It will pass." So I just thought it was important to talk about the shadow work. But it is true, you'll never reach that level of joy and bliss if you don't get to the roots of the pain and the misery and the trauma. You become a tree, the tree of life. You have to get to the roots and get a really good foundation in the dirt that's very solid and stable before you can see your little sprout come up out of the dirt and turn into a big, beautiful tree. And those roots will always keep you grounded and secure as you go through life when things come up. And the fruits of your tree will match your subconscious programming. So if you reprogram yourself to be filled with confidence and self love, self respect, forgiveness, compassion, your tree will bear that kind of fruit and you'll see that kind of life externally. It's a process. But if you have a pure heart and you're even feeling bad in some kind of way about something that's happened, know that that's your sign to keep going. You're not doing anything wrong. God's calling you to look within yourself, to at least let go of the fear to feel and let go of the fear to feel it all raw. Nothing to mask it, nothing to hide it. Because God will be with you through that. And if you at least have the faith that God's with you and you're not alone, and that you shouldn't give up because God has something beautiful for you once you get through this storm, your whole life will change so dramatically. Externally, it starts on the inside. And it's so worth it, and you so deserve it. But I just want you to know it's not all sunshines and rainbows. It's hard. But I know you're strong enough to get through anything. And you deserve what's at the end of that. And I love you, and I believe in you. You got this.